More than an entire month has passed without a drop of aid into Gaza. No food, no fuel, no medicine, no commercial supplies. As aid has dried up, the floodgates of horror have reopened. Gaza is a killing field, and civilians are in an endless death loop. UN agencies and our partners are ready and determined to deliver. But Israeli authorities' newly proposed authorization mechanisms for aid delivery risk further controlling and callously limiting aid down to the last calorie and grain of flour. Let me be clear, we will not participate in any arrangement that does not fully respect the humanitarian principles, humanity, impartiality, independence, and neutrality. Unimpeded humanitarian access must be guaranteed, and humanitarian personnel must be given the protection that they are accorded under international law. In times like these, we must be crystal clear about the situation. With crossing points into Gaza shut and aid blockaded, security is in shambles and our capacity to deliver has been strangled. And as the heads of UN humanitarian organizations declared in a joint statement yesterday, and I quote, assertions that there is now enough food to feed all Palestinians in Gaza are far from the reality on the ground, and commodities are running extremely low. End of quote. We must also be clear about the obligations. As the occupying power, Israel has unequivocal obligations under international law, including international humanitarian law and international human rights law. Article 55, paragraph 1st of the Fourth Geneva Convention provides that, and I quote, the occupying power has the duty of ensuring food and medical supplies of the population. End of quote. Article 56, paragraph 1 of the Fourth Geneva Convention provides that, and I quote, the occupying power has the duty of ensuring and maintaining the medical and hospital establishments and services, public health and hygiene in the occupied territory. End of quote. It further states that medical personnel of all categories shall be allowed to carry out their duties. And Article 59, paragraph 1st of the Fourth Geneva Convention provides that, and I quote, if the whole or part of the population of an occupied territory is inadequately supplied, the occupying power shall agree to relief schemes on behalf of the said population that shall facilitate them by all means at its disposal. End of quote. None of that is happening today. No humanitarian supplies can enter Gaza.
Is some of the aid being diverted away from civilians to leadership? Thanks.
As the UN, we have, and the humanitarian system, we have extremely complex and rigorous monitoring to make sure that aid is not being diverted. And that's in place throughout our operations. So for the humanitarian community in Gaza, I can confidently say that we have no evidence of aid being diverted from our programs and operations into to other places. Is already an alarming indicator.
নিউ ইয়র্ক থেকে সম্প্রচারিত TBN24 টেলিভিশন বিশ্বজুড়ে বাঙালির কণ্ঠস্বর।